But we're now in this really weird moment in movie history where all the major studios, I think there are 7 major studios, and they've all decided they want to make tentpole blockbusters and not much else. And these are amazing movies, completely amazing, and you guys do all the work. You do all the heavy lifting, and you make these movies which are illusions of every conceivable kind that we've seen here tonight. These are little tiny clips that you see that are just little tiny samples of amazing, amazing feature-length movies, television commercials, theme park rides, you name it. And I'm just so blown away with what we can all do as illusionists in the movie industry. But we don't get to participate in the profits. This is a very big problem. And I don't want to make a big issue out of it, but I wanted to tell you that I was very lucky in the early days, not early days, whatever you call it, early day, I don't know, when I was working for Steven Spielberg on Close Encounters, I actually was able, at that moment in history, to negotiate a piece of the net profits of Close Encounters. I received
one of my favorite shots that I worked on.
To this day.
At least I'm there.
And I'm looking forward to a time in the hopeful near future where you will all receive residual checks for the work you do that make this movie business work. Did that make sense? Yeah. I think there's a very good chance that, I don't know if Marty's even here anymore. Is Marty still here? Did he leave the room?
Oh, there he is. Marty.
I thought Hugo was an incredibly beautiful movie, and it was about
Marty's
Yeah.
And I am horrified when I go to a movie theater and I see Hugo or any of our movies projected at 4-foot Lamberts or less. This is bad. The mission that I've been on ever since I had the really great pleasure and responsibility to work for Stanley Kubrick on 2001 was that that movie was shot and projected in Cinerama on giant 90-foot wide screens, which are unheard of today, except in a few IMAX theaters. And it was an experience that went beyond normal cinematic conventions. It took you on an adventure into outer space, and it was a first-person experience, not necessarily a third-person experience. It didn't have much in the way of drama, conflict, suspense, or action in the normal sense, and it actually, Kubrick wanted to get out of the way and let you go on this trip in outer space, and it was enabled by this amazing giant screen movie process and a lot of special effects. So I'm looking forward to a time that I think is achievable in the very near future, and it's a mission that I'm personally on right now. I feel that I have to direct a film the way I want to see a film be made and to be seen. And I'm experimenting right now, amazingly, at 120 frames a second in 3D on giant screens at 30-foot Lamberts after polarization. And I have to tell you that the illusion is like a window onto reality. So it's not just like going to a movie, it's like going to a live Broadway show. It's like going to see Cirque du Soleil, and it's an event, it's a spectacle. It has potential to unleash the power of all the work that you all do in this room to deliver to the audience incredible, you know, if you're going to spend 100, 150, 250 million dollars on a movie, it's being throttled through a very narrow bandwidth of a 422 digital cinema package that goes to a theater and gets projected at 4-foot Lamberts, and I think it's unacceptable. So my job is to try to fix that for you. I don't find anybody else working on it, strangely enough. Michael Bay talks about, you know, his frustration with the brightness of his movies, as do other movie directors. I'm hoping I can make some progress, and I hope I can make a movie that actually demonstrates how this all works. Even if I can only show it in one movie theater, I would be happy to do that.